Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Arbuckle. Welcome back to another video. Today I want to talk about the possibility of a Modern Warfare 2 backwards compatible game. This has seemed to be a really hot topic recently, and I'm not really sure why. It kind of like broke out several months ago when there was a released or a quote-unquote leaked image of the Modern Warfare 2 backwards compatible game on the Xbox Marketplace. We're not 100% sure if it was a real picture, if it was photoshopped or whatever, but it has really raised a lot of questions to the fact that will Modern Warfare 2 ever be backwards compatible? Will any other of the Call of Duty games ever be backwards compatible? And we know that it's possible because Black Ops 1 is, and it did take a really long time for that, but it actually happened. So there is the possibility. I know that a while back, a lot of people wanted to see a Modern Warfare 2 remastered or a Modern Warfare 2 backwards compatible. And when we saw when COD 4 was actually going to be remastered with the next Call of Duty game, a lot of people were like, hey, that means that it's probably going to be backwards compatible, especially with Black Ops 1 coming out on the Xbox One. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this because there's so many factors and so many things that really come together to make this very interesting. First off, I want to compare this with Black Ops 1. If you guys remember, Black Ops 1 was actually supposed to go backwards compatible in December of 2015. In December, it was supposed to go backwards compatible, and that did not happen until like June of this year, which was like 6 months later. Absolutely ridiculous, unbelievable. Personally, I think they should have just been like, you know what, it's going to come out in 2016. We're not sure when. We'll update you when we think it might possibly happen, and not play this game where it's going to come out in December, it's going to come out early February, it's going to come out by the end of February, it'll come out in March, and they just kept doing that until it finally came out in June or May or whenever it came out a few months ago. And the reason for that, and a lot of people really don't realize this, at the time I really didn't pay attention to it, but it really angered me. You know, why would they not make all these Call of Duty games backwards compatible, especially MW2? Why wouldn't they release it at the same time? What's the reasoning for that? And I'll tell you right now, the reason they didn't make it playable on Xbox One in December is because Black Ops 3 literally just came out. Why would we take an old Call of Duty game that's literally just going to be backwards compatible for fun? We're not going to make any money off of it because this game's like 10 years old. There's no COD points. There's nothing to buy in it. We're going to put it on Xbox One a month after our newest game comes out. People aren't going to be spending COD points, even though COD points weren't really a thing at that time in the game. But people aren't going to be buying our Season Pass or our DLC. They're not going to be playing our game as much to get obsessed with it. They're going to be playing old school Black Ops 1 on the Xbox One. And that's the reason that it was really, really late in the year or into the game cycle until Black Ops 1 went backwards compatible. And I feel like we might have that same situation happen with Modern Warfare 2. Now, there's one other thing that really makes this very, very interesting, and that is the fact that Battlefield and Call of Duty have this ultimate rivalry going on. You guys know for a long time, Battlefield and Call of Duty have always gone head-to-head. And honestly, Call of Duty has always won with a bigger fan base. Not necessarily a better fan base or a better game, not necessarily a more passionate fan base, but a bigger fan base. More people have been playing that game than Battlefield. And they've always gone head-to-head, and especially these last couple months, I remember when the Call of Duty trailer came out and the Battlefield trailer came out, there were some Battlefield game devs they were actually just throwing shade at Call of Duty and saying, you know what, your trailer is trash. It looks like it was, you know, it took no time to make, no skill at all. And they've kind of just gone at each other, which leads me to believe that what happens, there's a possibility that Modern Warfare 2 could get dropped backwards compatible before the next Call of Duty game comes out. And you guys know that Battlefield comes out a month before COD. It comes out in October. I would not be surprised to see Modern Warfare 2 go backwards compatible in October, if not maybe even earlier. And the reason for that is people will play Modern Warfare 2 backwards compatible, probably over Battlefield. At least the Call of Duty fans will. Obviously, everyone that likes Battlefield is going to play Battlefield. Shoot, I would, and I probably will. But that's just going to make it more challenging for Battlefield to get a bigger audience by making Modern Warfare 2 backwards compatible. If you take a look at Call of Duty, it's really been dying down recently, and with a lot of the older games not being as popular. And if Modern Warfare 2 wasn't to go backwards compatible, and Battlefield was just to come out, Battlefield's going to steal a lot of Call of Duty's fans. So if they do take a game that was really, really popular back in the day, make it playable on the Xbox One, the current gen console, you're going to keep a lot of your fans and hopefully prepare them for buying your Infinite Warfare / COD 4 remastered game. So long story short, there's a possibility that we could see this coming out before the next Call of Duty. Unfortunately, if that does not happen, and the next COD comes out before Modern Warfare 2 remastered, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 backwards compatible, then it's going to be several months after the game comes out before we could even see that chance of Modern Warfare 2 playable on the Xbox One. So hopefully it'll happen. That's just my input. I'm sure that a lot of you guys probably think the same things. But if you have anything different to add on, just make sure to leave a comment in the down bar below, and we'll see what you guys have to say. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see all you guys next video.